Charles Miller with Texas 2036. I'm the Director of Health and Economic Mobility Policy here. The big picture here is that the Sunset Report that was issued was really, really good. This was an uncommonly excellent Sunset Report, and we are here to wholeheartedly support what came out in that report, and we have just a couple of changes. Conceptually, we really wanted to hone in on the data challenges that agencies are having, getting that data back and forth so that the state has the tools it needs to measure its own performance. And those gaps are laid out really well in the report. A couple of highlights. When we have our quality improvement program for childcare, we don't know whether or not the higher quality programs are yielding a higher percentage of kids that are kinder ready when they show up at kindergarten. We can't measure that right now. We don't necessarily know right now where the graduating class of 2026 is getting jobs now that it's fall. And we might not know that for up to 3 years. The lag on that makes it really hard for us to evaluate the success of our higher education programs and react to changing workforce needs. We also are starting to hear that community colleges, which are graded and funded in part on certain allocations and data, are having trouble accessing the data on which they are compensated, which makes it hard for themselves to be able to access that. So we just want to really emphasize that these are the important real-world consequences of those data challenges. What we would suggest is strengthening timelines for when these data interoperability challenges will be put in. In the papers that you have received and in comments we've submitted, we have actually provided specific, very wonky, admittedly, this is technical level changes of how to implement this better, but conceptually, if you're in support of this, these are the sorts of things that we would recommend. I also want to call attention to the broader issue of childcare. We know that there is a bigger conversation going on in the world of childcare and making sure that our governance is unified around a common mission and that we're spending money in alignment with our objective so that we don't have times when we spend money for one purpose and find out that actually already existing state statute is spending it unintentionally on another purpose. The governor's task force is meeting later this month to address some of these bigger questions. We don't have any firm answers yet from them on where they're going. We are very interested in making sure that we do get a unified governance out of this and are happy to continue working and talking with your offices as we go forward with that. Thank you.